calling all misfits, rebels, leaders, and teachers, welcome to the one place where the only way to fit in is by standing out, where big goals are met with even bigger action, and where we talk through, then tackle all things entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Kelsey Knudsen, and this is the Get Shit Done podcast. Welcome to the Rebelution. I think this is going to surprise you, but I gave birth to another business offer, and I was not planning on doing that this year. If you've been around for a while, you may know I grounded myself from new offers. I am due with a real human baby in June, and I said, Kelsey, this is not the year for more in business. Yet here we are. It was the right move. We're going to dissect it today because this may be a great lesson for you. Here is how all of this came to be. It's important to acknowledge a couple of factors that are true in my business because it lays the groundwork for this. I had previously been someone who would chase new offers from a place of distraction and desperation. I got some bad business advice for free, so that's on me for seeking it out and listening and taking action on it. And I would just crank out new offers thinking that was the problem in my business. It wasn't until I paused and got some good advice and really audited. It's because I don't feel like any of my current offers are a hell yes. The best thing I can do is actually pause creating new things, make one thing really good, max it out, and then pay attention to the patterns from that to create the next thing and inform the next thing. Include you and my clients in the creation process of my business offer suite. I grounded myself from creating new stuff. I went all in on one-on-one coaching. You may remember that season if you were around then. I maxed it out. 16 is the max, by the way. Once I did that, I was able to get my business to a more sustainable level. I became more confident as a coach. And I also started to see patterns that exist with my clients, which then informed future offers. And I tried different things. I tried courses. I tried masterminds. Some things worked. Some things didn't. Some things were right offer, wrong people, wrong offer, right people. So many different lessons in that journey. It's not like it was a perfect just A to B transition, but I was starting to gain some momentum and have gotten to a place where I have my hell yes offer suite for right now. I figure we should stop and I should share what that is for today, because the truth is I was not looking to fill a gap in my offer suite. It just kind of happened to me, and there's value in that as well. But the truth of the matter is I was in a season all in on one-on-one. Then I opened it up just a little and said, okay, I can add a couple things in, but they have to be strategic and really make sense. I landed in 2025 in real time with my Hell Yes offer suite, and then everything changed. But we're going to start with the Hell Yes suite. I'm a huge fan, by the way, of Hell Yes offers, like being very confident in what you have to offer people, because if you're not confident in it, the pricing, the format, all of that, it's really hard to sell it. If you're having a hard time selling it, you're probably having a hard time marketing it. That's why you're frustrated that Instagram's not converting for you. A lot of times we don't realize that our Instagram woes actually stem from lack of confidence and clarity in our offers. So that's why I did that for myself, and I encourage others to do the same. If you're struggling on marketing, look in-house and look at your offers first, because if you get 10 new clients tomorrow or 100 new clients tomorrow, does your current offer support that demand? Yes or no? Anyways, I digress. I think it's worth thinking through all those things. I thought through all those things. I experienced those things. So here's Kelsey Marie Coaching Hell Yes offer suite, based off all those different things. Top of the list, we have Remaster. It is my high-level mastermind for multi-6 to multi-7 female founders who have employees and are actively struggling to balance working on their business. They know it's important. They have seasons where they really commit to it, but they have a hard time prioritizing it, and they keep getting sucked into the daily operations, which is preventing the next level of growth. We talk a lot about team, people, processes, streamlining, and cost, and how much time is going into things and schedules and all of that. Then we have one-on-one coaching, which if you have employees and they need some support too, that's team coaching. If it's focusing just on you and your part of the business, that's one-on-one coaching. Then we have CEO Bootcamp, which is my group program that I run at this point in life twice a year. We'll see what makes sense once this baby comes. It is designed specifically for solopreneurs who may or may not have a couple contractors who really want to set a solid foundation to support scalability. They know they want to scale, it's on the horizon, but some of their processes and systems are a little bit messy, and this is built to support that. Then we have KPI or Die, which is my free club. It comes with a KPI tracker, a how-to video, and a monthly Zoom call where we talk about KPIs. That is my hell yes offer suite. It's simple, it's clean. There's not a lot of room for negotiation. If I'm talking to someone, a lead, it's not like I'm having to mentally justify which bucket they should fit in. It's extremely clear. If you're a solopreneur, CEO bootcamp. If you have a team of W-2 employees and you want to work on improving things with them, mastermind. If you are established in business, at least $100,000 in revenue, and have specific areas that need attention, one-on-one coaching. It's that simple. I felt good about that. Letting the course go, no problem. We just launched another round of boot camp. But there's a couple other things that were happening or just existing behind the scenes I was aware of, but not enough to like force an offer or create something. But I knew these things were true, which is this. If you want to work with me, the minimum you will pay previously is $3,000 and you are committing to 8 weeks together. That's the lowest level I have. That limits how many people I can work with. So that's something just to keep in mind. Additionally, the 8-week is the minimum, but my one-on-one coaching is 6 months and mastermind is 10, moving to 12 next year, months. I'm a long-term girly and I like that. I wouldn't just change my business for that, but I was aware that's a pretty big commitment. Not only if we work together, do you have to make a financial commitment, you also have to make a time commitment. And that's a long time. Like that's a big deal. And I get that. At the same time, I never felt like I could give my full quality best self to you in a one little hour session. I'm barely learning the lay of the land in an hour. So how am I supposed to give you advice, tips, strategies, support if I don't even know you? Like, I feel like I got to know my people before I really work with them. That was another factor that kind of existed. And there are people I meet in networking events and different ways I connect with people that are the type of people who I would love to work with and don't quite fit in those other offers. But again, not enough to just like custom build them something. Those were all knowns. And let's be real, expecting a human, I was like, okay, everything I have is a commitment to me. I don't have anything that's non-committal. That's like one and done. I kind of wish I did. And those all of those things are true and just like floating around in my head, but I'm just continuing on with my game plan. Then I go to a conference. And I come back from the conference and I officially decide to kill the course. At this point, the course was done. It was built. It just needed to be reformatted a little to stand on its own 2 feet. Right now, it's kind of looped into some other offers I have. But the course was done. The launch plan was penciled out. So I had to like change my plan for the year. I knew I was pregnant. I'd already planned that stuff, but I was planning on this launch of the course, which had certain dates and things planned out to support that. And it just didn't fit anymore. I had to map it out. And what did I do? I locked myself out the co-working space I co-own with my friends. We have these big whiteboards on wheels. And I'm there, I'm surrounded by the whiteboards, and I mapped out the whole year. I mapped out my offer suite. I mapped out how the customer journey and how everything flows together and like when realistically can I launch stuff and what do I want to launch and when and all of that stuff. I mapped it all out and I filmed a little B-roll. Just a little like, here's behind the scenes, here's how I'm working on my business today. People freaked out in a good way. They loved it. They had questions. What is this? What are you planning? Could you do this for my business? Is this something you offer? And it was crazy because in the moment, as I'm doing it for myself, for my own business, I had fun. It was like fun to map it out. And for me, I visually have to see things that way before I can then put it into an Asana or a chat GPT or have a strategy call with my OBM. For me, that step is crucial, and it's also just naturally how my brain sees the world. I couldn't believe people wanted that. Like, it was just so easy. Remember all those other factors, like non-committal offer would make sense if something lines up. Working with people in a one-off capacity could be a win-win in this season in life and business. Also, I'm good at this and it's fun. I decided to test it, and I do this kind of brain dumpy format with a couple people, and they document it and share it on their social media. And now people are begging for this offer because of all those factors, because I'm clear on my hell yes offer suite, because those other pieces, it fills a gap that existed that I was slightly aware of, but not motivated to change. And I enjoyed it. And it was easy for me because of all of that. It became a hell yes offer that went from idea to action in like a week, which is quick for me. Some people listening to this may be stuck in the how. I have this conversation pretty regularly. It's like, well, yeah, are you using this platform or that one? Or is it this automation or that one? Are they funneling in this way? Are they tagged over here? None of that shit matters. I literally could have just had, hey, Venmo business me. Let's text each other and pick a time and then let's find a coffee shop. It could truly have been that simple. If I hadn't acted so quick, I think I would have missed the magic of that opportunity. From idea to action was like a week, not even. And I had my first paying client that quick. I had 2 people book right away. Don't get stuck in the how. The how is a dangerous place because sometimes it's like pure distraction. And with things like this, where everything is aligning, your magical skill set, the demand that your people are communicating they want from you, your offer can really be that simple. And why wouldn't you have them pay you for you to provide the offer and then have them inform you on how to make it better? So you're literally paid to improve your processes. If we just spend so much time hiding in the how and anticipating what we think people are going to want with a new offer, you can distract yourself out of building what they actually want and building something else that's so much harder to sell. It's not the economy. It's not the algorithm. It's not people are cautious on spending right now. It's not that stuff that's preventing them from booking the offer. You just like talked your way out of it, and you talked them out of it because you've overcomplicated something that didn't need to be. Though I'm the get shit done girl, I'm very much a get the right shit done. I'm big on focus and strategy and sustainability and systems. Like, I think we know this about me, but for me to like move quick on a opportunity like this was out of character, and it worked. It surprised me, but it did work for me. Odds are there may be something like that out there for you where it's similar. It's like everything is just lining up right there, and it's like, boom, you need to just take action on it right now. Sometimes we overcomplicate things and we miss out, or we build the wrong thing, or we price it the wrong way, or we attract the wrong people, and then all of a sudden we're resentful, and none of that is good for anybody. That is how I birthed a new business offer. It is called the VIP Day. It's exactly what it sounds like. And after doing a couple of them, I've learned what it's best for. It's not for everybody. There's parameters. There's like a whole questionnaire you have to fill out before we book a time together. And then there's a follow-up email with next steps. And I'm going to be on your butt and be like, how is that going? What are you doing? I know we talked about doing this and doing that, but I see you over here launching a podcast. What is that? Why are you doing that? Like, I'm going to say those things to you. You popped the hood of the car of your business, and I know what's going on in there. So if you're getting distracted, I'm going to course correct. The VIP Day is real simple. It's a 1-pager. We're clear on who it's for. We know what problems it solves for people. We're clear in how it's set up. We have a very simple landing page. Click on it. They pay for it. They pick a time, which is preset. I have 7 spots available for now till mid-June. That's it. I have a ceiling of how much money I can make on this. I have a ceiling of how much availability that I have, and that's it. That's the parameters. It doesn't need to be this big, scalable, evergreen offer. Like, we just know it's a nice way where I can help people like you. I can make money as well that's worth my time investment going into that offer. And then we don't have to be in a committed relationship while I'm trying to figure out how to be a mom. Everybody wins in this situation. The steps from idea to action were so fast, but it's because I leaned on the systems that I use for everything else, that I communicate and preach in all my programs. There's a template. So anytime you want to build a new offer, I have a literal template of here's everything you need to fill out from an operational standpoint. Here's all the need to haves for an offer. And then I have a template. Here's all the need to haves from a marketing standpoint. So anytime I need to talk about this or make content for it, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I just lean on this pre-done template that I can pull from and don't have to recreate every single step along the way. That's how we can overcomplicate. Simple's good. Fast is good. Success loves speed. And I just experienced it personally. And I know one of my clients did too. It's crazy how the timing aligned, because when this person had reached out, they initially wanted the VIP day to plan out the year. And then between when they booked and when the actual day happened, they actually threw out a new offer that then rolled into a beta program that was massively successful and totally changed the trajectory of her business. So our VIP day, which was supposed to be like an annual planning VIP day, totally turned into an offer suite cleanup. We looked at how everything is related, how they all connect. We even talked a little bit about marketing and how to really target the needs of the type of buyer for this offer. We had a freaking blast. I just went through Success Love Speed personally with VIP days and rolling that out in my personal business. And then to be coaching someone through the same thing in their business, I've seen it, and I don't know if it's the time of year or what, but there may be something like that that is nudging you today. That is like, you're good at this thing. Your people want it from you. You're trying way too hard to make it complicated. You just need to put it out there. And this is me shaking your shoulders, because if the systems strategy, like process person, could pivot and make space and room for this, then you can do it too. For me, it was so important to just create more space for those kind of capturing lightning moments, like those magical moments. I didn't have space for that 6 months ago. It didn't exist. If this had knocked on the door 6 months ago, I didn't see it. I think there's so much value in creating that space in your schedule, in your mind, in how you run your business and how you think about things. Room just to like play and ideate and strategize. And because I had carved out that space very intentionally in preparation for a human, it allowed me to be aware that this showed up and then execute on it. If I were to be honest, I'm really about getting the right shit done. I don't think all work is created equal. I think there are certain things that are really worth our time and important. And there's other times we think something's important and it's a distraction or not important. But I also think a little bit of spontaneity is a good thing. And I'm learning that in real time. And my goal today is to transfer that knowledge to you, to maybe take action on that as well. I have 2 things for you. Number 1, if you want a VIP day and you're interested, send me a message on Instagram. My handle is @KelseyMarieKnudsen. I'd love to talk more to see if it's a good fit for you and your business. Number 2, if you're listening to this and you're like, ooh, I think I have an offer like that, I would also love to talk about it. Just send me a DM over on Instagram too. I'm committing to spending more time over there. And I feel like it's the easiest place to connect. Send me a message. I'm an open book. And I'd love to cheer you on in executing on this magical moment that we just experienced. Thanks for being a part of the Get Shit Done Rebelution. My hope is this episode sparked a fire in you, equipped you with some practical next steps, or inspired you to take action towards your goals. If it did, please help spread the word by sharing this episode or leaving a review on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you're tuning in. Now it's time for me to hand over the keys and let you get shit done.